Hi everyone, Matthew here at AAWeatherWatch, taking a look at the weather through the course of the coming week, Monday the 3rd through to Friday the 7th of July. And there will be a taste of summer towards the middle and latter half of the week as temperatures rise and it becomes particularly warm and humid, but overall quite changeable conditions are forecast to continue through this coming week. Within the short term there's been a few scattered showers, but otherwise emphasis is on predominantly dry conditions dominating across Ireland through most of Monday. Some brighter sunny spells as well. I'm not feeling too bad in the sunshine. However, as you can see on satellite imagery, there is a region of cloud approaching from the west, and yes, that is associated with another area of low pressure which will spread outbreaks of rain into parts of Connaught and Munster towards the end of the afternoon and into the evening. These outbreaks of rain and showers then spreading across many areas this evening and overnight to lead to quite a wet day, quite a cloudy and damp day on Tuesday. However, once this system clears away, we do then look to the south within this region here, relatively cloud-free skies, warmer weather, rising temperatures, but then potentially with some thundery weather later in the week. But there's certainly quite a lot of uncertainty over the details by the time we get to Thursday, for example. But as ever, these uncertainties will be addressed in the midweek update on Wednesday. So let's take a look at the weather now for the forthcoming week. Let's look at the details, pinpoint the specifics as the wet weather arrives from the west later on today. However, the midday weather chart for today, as you can see, many areas are indeed dry. Again, some brighter sunny spells. But as you can see, just to the west and southwest, this is in association with that cloud on satellite image. And if I progress through the rest of the afternoon and through particularly into Monday evening and then overnight into Tuesday, you can see how those outbreaks of rain and drizzle become increasingly widespread, especially across more central and northern areas of the country. So we start Tuesday with an area of low pressure moving eastwards across many areas. At the moment in time, again, as you can see on the latest weather chart, it is a wet start, particularly across central and northern areas of the country. Some patchy light rain and drizzle certainly possible across southern areas, but although overall emphasis is on most of the wet weather being across central and northern regions. As Tuesday progresses, the wet weather will only slowly begin to clear away, so again emphasis is on a mostly cloudy and quite a damp day. This is the weather chart for around about the middle of the afternoon on Tuesday, and you can still see some wet weather, some damp weather lingering across central and northern areas. But by the time we get to the end of the afternoon and into the evening, conditions slowly improving, mainly dry weather becoming more prevalent as the outbreaks of rain, showers and drizzle clear away to the east. But otherwise emphasis again is on quite a cloudy and damp day for much of the country, but with certainly most of the rain across central and northern areas. Now we move into the middle of the week, and overall Wednesday is set to be predominantly dry. It could be quite a cloudy start to the day, but as things stand, the cloud likely to break to allow for some bright or sunny spells through the afternoon, perhaps especially across central and southern areas, as the latest weather chart highlights, and given a change in wind direction as well to more of an east to southeasterly wind off the near continent, this means a rise in temperatures. It has been particularly cool at times over the last week or more, but by the time we get to Wednesday, temperatures again will be on the rise and it will become increasingly warm and humid as well. So a reasonable afternoon and evening on Wednesday with some bright or sunny spells. Now it is late Wednesday and through into Thursday when the details become somewhat uncertain, but again, as ever, those will be addressed in the midweek update on Wednesday. But it is likely that another very warm and humid day will develop on Thursday. Brighter sunny spells likely through the course of the day. This is the latest weather chart as things stand for around about the middle of the day on Thursday. Quite a lot of sunshine, again very warm, very humid, and certainly very summer-like, particularly compared with of late. However, as you can see to the southeast of the country, there is some signal here of some increasingly heavy and perhaps thundery showers, and what may well happen is through towards the end of the afternoon and then through into Thursday evening and overnight, you can see the latest forecast weather charts develop some scattered showers. Now, as ever at this time of year, when you get the high temperatures and humidity, the showers which may well develop could be heavy, certainly some thundery downpours possible, large amounts of rain falling in a short space of time, hail and perhaps obviously quite frequent thunder and lightning too. But it is this level of detail which is uncertain for now, but certainly a risk of some heavy and thundery downpours as things stand towards the end of Thursday. And we end the working week at the moment in time with generally dry conditions for the time being, but there could well then be some showers or longer spells of rain arriving from the west later on in the day, and then this signalling then a drop in temperature as cooler and fresher conditions arrive by the time we get to next weekend. But as you can see, as things stand, around about in the middle of the afternoon on Friday, still a lot of sunshine, and it is still likely to be very warm and humid at least for a time on Friday, before this wet weather here arrives later in the day. So let's take a look at the temperatures now through the course of the coming week, highlighting this rise in temperatures, especially from the middle of the week onwards. But within the short term, temperatures this afternoon through the course of Monday, 14 to 17 degrees, so still quite cool, but not feeling too bad in any sunny spells. Temperatures generally mild tonight, a very mild night, particularly across central and southern areas beneath the cloud and wet weather. And then through into Tuesday, temperatures perhaps, if anything, a little bit higher across central and southern areas, 17, 18 certainly possible, but certainly quite cool still beneath the wet weather across central and northern areas, as you can see. Another mild night is expected Tuesday night through into Wednesday. Minimum temperatures no lower than around about 12 or 13 degrees Celsius. Now we move into Wednesday, and this is when you can see the rise in temperatures arrive. Through the course of Wednesday afternoon, temperatures particularly across central inland areas up to 21 or 22 degrees Celsius, and again increasingly humid as well. Particularly mild night is forecast on Wednesday night through into Thursday. Minimum temperatures perhaps no lower than 14 or 15 degrees. So potentially some uncomfortable nights for sleeping developing later in the week. And we move through into Thursday, temperatures if anything a bit higher than compared with Wednesday, 22, 23, 24 degrees, certainly achievable again across central and inland areas of the country. Again, another mild night on Thursday night and through into Friday, and we end the working week with temperatures overall very similar. 22, 23 certainly achievable quite widely across central and southern areas, but as you can see, just beginning to see some signs towards the end of Friday of cooler and fresher weather arriving from the west. So let's finalise that in our weekly weather summary. Monday the 3rd through the rest of the day, mainly dry for many, some brighter sunny spells but still quite cool, and eventually cloud with outbreaks of rain will spread into west and southwestern areas later on and overnight. Tuesday the 4th, well, quite a wet day, particularly across central and northern areas with outbreaks of rain and drizzle, perhaps some showery weather as well, moving eastwards across much of the country, but again particularly central and northern areas before drier weather develops later on in the day. And then from the middle of the week onwards, increasingly warm, if not very warm and humid, with some brighter sunny spells, but with then a risk of some thundery conditions developing before it then potentially turns cooler and fresher later on Friday and through into next weekend. So that's all the details for the week ahead. As ever, I'll be back with you in the midweek update, obviously fine-tuning the details for the end of the week.